Hi guys, my name is Anders and welcome to this video here on Watch On channel. As you could see in the intro, I've been a really good boy this year because Santa Claus he actually brought me an early present, which you can see he brought me in his Christmas sock. And well, it is of course the Orient Mako II. So in this video, I'm going to get deeper into this watch and I'm going to show you and tell you why this is by far the best affordable dive watch of 2016. So if you're still not really finished buying your Christmas presents, or you want to buy an affordable nice watch for one of your loved ones, or you need a watch yourself, this might very well be the choice for you guys. So this video is a review of this Orient Mako II. This Orient Mako II came out earlier this year and is a completely new model, well, rebuilt model of the previous Makos, the Mako 1, if you can call it that, as well as the Mako XL, which came previous to this one. But Orient really did add a lot of very nice improvements with this new Mako watch. So just before we get started, just a quick wristwatch check, and I'm wearing another dive watch today, and this is my vintage Tag Heuer 1000. I actually bought this watch with a NATO strap, and later on I actually found the original Jubilee bracelet for this watch. So this is a old Tag Heuer 1000 watch, gold plated and PVD with PVD finishing. Well, I really enjoy this watch, a really nice watch, and it's somewhere between 25 to 30 years old, this watch, and it's still going strong. So a nice old dive watch, and what the watch world offered for affordable dive watches back in the late 80s, early 90s, and this is what you can really get today if we're looking into affordable dive watches. So just before we get into all the great improvements that Orient did with this watch, as you could see in the intro, you get it in a quite standard Orient box. This is not the most standard like cardboard Orient box. This is like imitated leather and this nice steel with the Orient name and logo engraved, and you get this on this nice pillow which you can use for your cat or your hamster afterwards. No, I'm just kidding. And of course I have already fitted the watch to my wrist, and you get the warranty and a manual and all the usual stuff you get when you buy a new watch. So with all of that out of the way, let's just dive into the dimensions of this watch. And this is both a very modern and very kind of traditional dive watch when it comes to the dimensions. So if we get into the dimensions of this Orient Mako II, without the crown we get a width of around, it's quite hard to measure as you can see here, 41.5 millimeters. Including the crown, we're talking just short of 44.5 millimeters. Lock to lock, we're talking 47 millimeters, and thickness, we're talking around 13.2 millimeters. It's hard to measure the locks because I got the bracelet on, but the lock width is, like you can just imagine here, 22 millimeters. So that's the dimensions out of the way. So let's get into why this watch is a really nice affordable dive watch. If we just look at the bracelet, one of the things that really stands out when you buy an affordable dive watch or any other kind of affordable watch, often the bracelet it comes on is really bad. This is a very nice bracelet. For the price in the US, you can buy this watch at around $185. In Europe and maybe the rest of the world, you have to go towards $250, around 200 euros. I bought this watch in Germany for 200 euros, which is approximately $250, I think. So what we get here is actually a very nice bracelet for this price. Um, the finishing is really nice. If you look at the bracelet, if you can just see it close on, you get a kind of very lightly brushed uh, bracelet, and the sides are really nicely polished. So you get the details with both the brushing and the polishing. So the details are really nice. You get the Orient logo. What you get with the clasp, which is also often a a detail of affordable watches that really make them stand out in the negative way from more expensive watches. The clasp, the buckle is often really bad, but this is actually really nicely done. So what we get here is a click, click on button, and then it won't open. But you also get this kind of clasp you can put down. So you really get kind of double security. But you also get the push button function. So when you want to open the watch, you have to open the clasp and just push, and then you get the open. You also get kind of a micro adjustment. But what I was really disappointed with about this watch was that it was really impossible to do this micro adjustment. Unfortunately, you couldn't get the spring bar to release. So, but that was no problem because I just fitted the bracelet, removing some of the links. So you get a metal back side of this watch with the Orient and different details engraved into it. And what we get with the case is a higher polish, which on the sides you can see a higher polish on the sides and a nice brushing on the front side. The crown is a pull-out, screw-out crown with the logo as well. The bezel is 120 click, which is click bezel, which is quite nice, as often you would see on more affordable dive watches or watches that you only get a 60 click, but this is a really nice 120 click. What is not a good thing about this watch is that it's quite hard to move it around, as you can see here. But still, it gets the job done, and it won't move if you're going diving with this watch. You can be sure it won't move when you move the bezel. So this watch comes in two versions. You can get it with the blue dial and blue bezel, or the black one that I got here. And I chose the black one because I wanted a dive watch, an affordable dive watch that was a little more anonymous. I think the blue is a beautiful watch, and I really like blue watches. If you've seen my watch collection, you will notice I own a Omega Seamaster with the wave dial, which is of course in blue. I used to own the Tag Heuer Accurator with a blue dial. I own an Orient Bambino version 4 with a blue dial. So I own quite a few watches, even two Hamilton watches with blue dials. So I really wanted to get a more anonymous black dialed version. So what did Orient improve hugely with this watch? Well, they did the most important thing, I think, is the huge improvement they did with the movement for this watch. What we have in here is Orient's in-house caliber F6922 automatic hand winding and hacking movement. And well, this is a huge improvement from the previous Orient versions. So what Orient Mako versions, what we've got here is a screw out crown. And then you pull it out. And I'm not a big fan of the crown movement. It's quite hard to move, but it's okay for a watch at this price range. It's okay. So what we can do with this movement, which you couldn't do with the first Mako and the Mako XL, is that you can hand wind it. So you don't need to shake the watch to get it going. You can actually hand wind it. So pull the crown out to first position and just move. And then you're winding the watch. So if you notice the second hand, it's moving. So with a movement without the hacking function, it will be harder to set the time really precisely, because you will always have the second hand moving around. So if you notice the second hand, when I pull the crown all the way out, it stops. So, well, it's maybe a minor detail to many people, but actually, if you compare it to this other Orient, which is of course not a dive watch, which is a dress watch, the Orient Producer, what we get here is actually not a hacking movement. So when you pull the crown all the way out, you won't be able to stop the second hand. Also, it's not hand windable, so you have to shake this watch to get it going all the time. This you can lay just put in your drawer or wherever you put your watches, and then you can actually hand wind it, and you can set it more precisely. So if we take it to the second position, this is the position where you set the day and the date. So here we set the day. It comes in 3 languages. So now it's Sunday. It's not really, but I'm just pretending. And then you just do the quick set date function. With this watch you get a 200 meter water resistant, which is perfectly fine for a affordable dive watch, a desk dive watch. This is not probably a watch that a lot of people would take out diving, but if you want to take it in the swimming pool, or you want to take it out and at the beach, or if you're out in heavy rainy weather, it will have absolutely no problem withstanding the water. So that's a really nice detail with this watch. Of course, everything is done in stainless steel. What we get here is not sapphire glass. It's actually mineral glass, which is not as good as sapphire, of course. What is good about mineral is that it can take it's a little bit better at taking high pressure and shocks. So if you drop the watch, but it's not as scratch resistant as sapphire. So you will be more prone to actually scratch this glass, this mineral glass. But still, it's at this price point, it's quite nice, and I consider this better than Seiko's Hardlex, which they actually use on watches like the SKX 007, 009. Also, a detail about this watch is that you get a 40-hour power reserve. So when it's fully wound, you can actually lay it away for almost 2 days, and then will still be running. So let's see it on the wrist. I'll just take out of my Tag Heuer 1000 and place it besides this other Japanese watch. This is a Citizen Nighthawk. So on my wrist, and my wrist is around 18 centimeters, 7.1 inches. I adjusted this bracelet. I think when you get it, it would actually fit around a wrist of around 21, 22 centimeters. It's really made for guys with big wrists, but it's extremely easy to adjust for yourself. So this is how it looks on the wrist. At the end of this video, I will add a photo of the lume. The lume is absolutely amazing with this watch. It's such a beautiful lume. So what do we have here all in all? I think all in all we got a watch that is completely superior to all other low budget, low tier, affordable dive watches, automatic dive watches. The best things about this watch is of course the movement. The movement is far superior to the first Orient Mako and the Orient Mako XL. It's also superior to the Seiko SKX watches movement. This is a superior movement. So when you buy this watch, you are actually buying a watch that is really nicely finished with a very nice quality bracelet for a watch at this price range. But you buy first of all a reliable, very nice watch with a very nice movement. It's it's a high-end movement compared to other watches at this price range. So I will return at a later point with a video where I compare this watch to the Orient Mako XL, which I also have in my collection, and I will also compare this watch to the Seiko SKX009 to get a comparison. So all in all, you get a lot of watch for around $185 to $250. So if you're looking for a nice, reliable, well-made, nicely finished dive watch, which you wouldn't be too sad beating up, this will probably be the best choice. And if you're giving this as a Christmas present, I will guess that the person you're giving this watch to will really love you. So that was my review of this Orient Mako 2. Thank you. Please remember to subscribe, follow me on Instagram, Facebook, leave a comment, leave a thumbs up if you liked the review, and yeah, see you next time. Thank you. Bye.